Hey guys, Josh from Solution Base. So we're gonna do air conditioning and heat pump efficiency. That's rated in. I'm gonna keep this super simple. Okay. If you really want to go beyond what I'm saying, there is more to be had for sure. If you're someone that really wants to know and they really want to dig in, I am trying to keep this digestible for the 80%. If you're the 20% that really wants to dig into some other numbers that are available for this and some other parts of this, by all means go ahead. But we're going to do this in a simplistic way so that the basic homeowner can make an educated decision on what they have and what they're going to get. Ratings on heat pumps and air conditioners basically start in the 13, 14 range. If it's a heat pump, it starts at 14. 13 is where it started. Up until this year, they're changing all of this, and they're going to continue to change this. But this is basically your base model area of SEER. Okay, and then we get into the kind of the mid efficiency, which is 15, 16. Typically, I shoot for mid. I shoot for this 16 number, and the reason why is because that is some of the places where some rebates and things from your electric company and stuff start right around that 16 number. Okay, and this is also typically this 16 is where complication starts. So I can get you all the way up to 16 SEER in most pieces of equipment without selling you something that is ridiculously overcomplicated and ridiculously overexpensive. So this is kind of where I go to. People just say to me, Josh, my air conditioner's old. I mean, it was 8 SEER when I put it in. The 13 or 14 SEER you're putting in is plenty for me. I'm fine with it. Okay, no problem. Mrs. Jones, you got it. 13, 14 SEER is just fine. Josh, we're a little concerned about, about our efficiency, but we don't want to buy ourselves a headache, and we don't want to break the bank on the system. Well, then here's where I'm going. I'm going right here to this 15, 16. Typically, I try to hit 16. 16 is hard to hit when you get into 4 and 5 tons, so sometimes I have to go like 15 and 3/4 or 15 and a half because the matchup just works that way. I'll spare you the details. It's become very complicated. And then here we get to this. Okay, 17 plus. Now there are a ton of companies out there that are marketing and selling 20 SEER equipment to people, and that's, oh no, you need that. And listen, if you have a Greenpeace sticker on your car and you are concerned with lowering your carbon footprint, which is fine, I am all about, if that is what's important to you, then by all means. If you're willing to sacrifice expense and difficulty to get that, by all means, then that is the right piece of equipment for you. If you really are willing to spend on efficiency and you don't care that it's a little bit more complex and it can break down more often and there's just a lot of extra, is's and thens and does in that system, then by all means, that's okay for you. But for the bulk of people, this system is at a price point and a difficulty point, a complication level that you really want to consider carefully when you step into this realm. Is it worth it for you? What is the payback time going to be on it? How difficult is it to deal with? How robust is the system? You really want to, you can make this purchase here safe in most equipment and with most people. You get into this guy, you want to make sure that you have a Rockstar. I recommend you have a Rockstar for an installer anyway, but you really want to make sure you have a Rockstar for an installer if you're putting in 17 to 21, 23 SEER. You really want someone who knows what they are doing and understands that piece of equipment and can deliver what is a very sensitive piece of equipment at that point in some ways. And it just needs to be done correctly. So there are some advantages to this, but in most cases I recommend people stay at that 16 SEER range. And listen, this is all changing. The government continues to push these numbers up, and they're going to from now to forever. And it's not going to be too long before I'm saying to people, hey, this super complicated system from 2023 is now what this was. So I'm going to have to be selling people this as the simple version because the government's going to continue to tell people more efficient, more efficient, more efficient, and that's the way of things. And efficiency is good, but it also is going to, these, as they become older technology, are also going to become more robust. They're going to become more reliable. They're going to become more simple because the technology is advancing and allowing you to get efficiencies without all that difficulty. That's my hope anyway. And typically that's the way things go. As technology gets older, it becomes more robust, more reliable, and less difficult to deal with. So that is just a simplified air conditioning and heat pump. Certainly there is way more to be had on it, but that's my 2 cents, guys. Thanks.